What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania, and it is officially the last video for Mary Morales 2024-2025. I want to say a humongous thank you to every person who laid even a single diamond on a piece from Ms. Morales. You made this event so special, whether you were just involved for the first week or you participated every single week. You made this event possible. You made it big and beautiful and wonderful, and I thank you so much for being a part of it with me. I also want to say a humongous thank you to all of our sponsors. There is a link down in the description. It says MM24 sponsors, and you can go and see the whole list of our sponsors, any discount codes that they might have. Go take advantage of those before the 31st of January so that you can get some really cool items, whether they are event items or just items from those stores. Show your support and show that this event was definitely worth sponsoring. And finally, a ginormous, humongous, the biggest thank you to Ms. Margaret Morales herself, not only for creating some of the most affecting pieces of art that I have really had the pleasure of not just looking at, but bringing to life really in diamond painting form, but for the beauty that she brings to the world. I have something very special planned for you. Ms. Morales recorded a video for us, and you're going to get to see her work on a piece and answer some of those fan questions that you guys had for her. Now, stay tuned, watch this video, enjoy as much as I do, and once again, thank you for making this event so special. I can't wait to see you again at the end of the year for Mary Morales 2025-2026. See you all in December for that, and keep an eye out on this channel because I will be giving you more information about the Gods and Goddesses event that I will be running in June and July. All right, let's take a look and see what Ms. Morales has to say.
Hi everyone, I'm Margaret, the artist behind Margaret Morales Art. Thank you for joining the Mary Morales event. I'm so happy you guys have supported this and thankful to Naomi for making it come to life. I hope everyone enjoyed working on their diamond painting kits. I'm here to answer some questions from you, and to make it more interesting, I'll be showing a real-time video of me painting. So let's get started. I'm sorry about the angle if it's weird. I'm not at my studio at the moment, so I don't have proper equipment for recording, but I hope you still enjoy. Okay, the question is, do you have specific music you listen to for each piece or a go-to track while creating each piece? Or do you just put on a certain kind of music, and if so, what kind? I usually listen to audiobooks whenever I paint, but I do listen to music when I conceptualize a piece or when I feel like it. My taste in music varies depending on my mood, if that makes sense. I don't have a one playlist to listen to when I make art. I have a different playlists like classical when I want to relax, Japanese pop rock or anime songs. Well, they hype me up. Alternative rock, my high school jam, OPM or original Pinoy music, another high school jam, Disney songs, my childhood music, 1950s to 1970s songs. My parents listened to these every single day when I was young, so I memorized most of them. K-pop, my designer days jam, 90s songs, again my childhood, electronic music, I love the beat, and any popular music right now that speaks to me. So most of the time I just run these playlists or I let Spotify suggest. Next question is, you state in your bio that you liked writing from a young age. Do you have any finished or published stories, and do you still write? I don't write anymore, but I remember I did write whole chapters of Naruto fan fiction, which I published in fanfiction.net. I remember it had nice feedback back then, but I could not remember my pen name or even the title of the story. I was very young that time. I typed it down from our old family computer, so it's done and gone. Next question. How much has literature played into your art? Very much. Books and anime are what inspired me to draw when I was young. I remember my mother reading these colorful children's books to us and buying series of books, science and picture books, any books, and I've probably read them all. My parents love to read as they are from an education background, so there have been books in our house growing up. I love information, I love illustrations. I think I was around 8 years old when I read the first Harry Potter book, and that series made me a reader. Books make you want to draw the characters you imagine, so drawing them helped me become more connected to the characters since I can see them on paper. So I guess that was what inspired me to keep drawing too. Next question is, aside from manga, what would you say is your favorite book genre? Definitely fantasy, fiction, romantasy, anything that will transport me to imagined place. Are there any other artists in your family? If so, what are their mediums? Sadly, like the professional artist, no, but my sister was my teacher when I was growing up. She was really good at drawing too, and I usually ask her opinions or suggestions. She used watercolor, poster color, oil, and color pencils before. So the next question is, how did your parents take it when you said, Mom, Dad, I'm going to do art for a living? I think this is the story I like sharing the most because I did that thing, the dreaded statement of my parents' generation. I'm going to do art for a living. Growing up, being an artist was never a choice of profession when I was young. My parents used to say that art is just a hobby. You can't make a living out of it. So, like, what are you going to do? Paint? In the Philippines, that's the common belief during my time and their time. So, even though I was good at drawing, it never crossed my mind to take art seriously. That's my son. At college, I applied for a business course, a communications course, or a psychology course. I got accepted at a development communications course at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. After a year in that course, I wasn't really liking it. And then one day I saw the singer of an indie band I followed, poster painting and her background in art. She was a visual communications graduate from UP Diliman, University of the Philippines, after another branch of the State University where the College of Fine Arts is located. I did my research about the course, and lo and behold, it was the course I wanted to pursue. I thought the art school was only for paintings, so I talked to my parents and told them that I would take the talent test. I passed. But I still had doubts, even though I passed the talent test, all of that. So even though I passed the interview, the portfolio review, I still had doubts. So I took an application form at the Department of Psychology to try and apply, since my GPA would also let me pass there. It was high enough to let me pass there. My sister saw the paper, the application paper, and ripped it out. She told me to go to fine arts as it's what I really want to do. My dad told me if I wanted to go for the arts, I should be one of the best. That was like the ultimate challenge, and I accepted that challenge. I promised to make them proud, and I did. I made them come up the stage 3 times to accept my awards and diploma. I'm thankful to them and to my sister as they supported me all throughout my studies, and I can say that my college days were also one of the best days of my life. Next question is, are there any other art mediums you prefer or want to try besides watercolor? Yes, I did use acrylic before. I remember I enjoyed it very much during my school days, and I want to explore and experiment with it more. And the next question is if you weren't making art in a way that makes people want to cry, oh, because they're so beautiful, oh, what, thank you. What do you see yourself doing with your life instead? That's hard since I've always liked creating since I was young. I could still be in the field of arts, maybe, like being a concept artist. I've always wanted to do that. Photographer. We're doing that currently with my husband. And user experience designer. I really enjoyed doing that work before I quit my day job. Next question is, if you could only save one piece from a fire, which would it be? Okay, that's hard, but let me think. What pops into my mind immediately is, I think, Kakomu. That piece was one of the paintings that I was very proud of creating, and it also brings back memories from when I lived with our aunt in our house next to the ocean. And I really love that place. It inspired me so much when I was creating in her house. Yeah. Circling back to diamond painting, could you tell us the story on how your artwork became connected to the diamond painting hobby? Have you seen your artwork done as diamond paintings in real life? Yes. Back in 2019, DIY Moon Shop, if you know that shop, that was where I was previously licensed. They contacted me regarding licensing my art. I knew 4 of the artists that the owner, mentioned and that have signed with her, so I figured I could try a 1-year license to see how it goes. Surprisingly, only a few months in, my diamond painting art boomed a lot. My art was one of the top sellers, and the royalties were coming really well. Unfortunately, it's also when I started seeing my art getting pirated, copied in Alibaba, Taobao, and being sold without my permission. So I think their supplier was Chinese, and I am thinking the supplier was selling the charts to other companies. So that's really I have no proof of that, but that's just my guess, because that's also the time where my painting started circulating. So my art as diamond painting was everywhere, and I had to ask them to take it down as it was unlicensed, and they were not aware of it. They just got from a Chinese supplier at that time. Then I was exclusively licensed to DIY Moonshop until around early 2023, when they started missing payments. I think that was around March. And after I canceled my contract with them, I was invited by several diamond painting shops to license their work with them. I narrowed it down to 2 shops and eventually chose Diamond Art Club, seeing they have been in the diamond painting business the longest, and I think they're one of the biggest. And so DIY Moonshop, when they were still very active, sent me 2 completed diamond paintings of my art. That's Sleeps with Butterflies and June Blooms. And they were very lovely. I actually wish I could diamond paint my own art sometimes. I'm very, very curious about how it works, how long it takes, and if I can actually do that kind of hobby. I never tried it, but if given the chance, I would like to sometime. Okay, next question is, what is your favorite holiday movie? Does Lord of the Rings and Pride and Prejudice count? I don't really have a holiday movie, but I love rewatching those two almost every year around holiday time. And next question is, you mentioned in your bio that you love to travel. What is your favorite country you've ever visited and why? I always go back to Japan. Ta-da! I've been to several countries in Asia, Europe, and America, and I still love traveling to Japan. I don't know if it just has a special place in my heart, as I grew up watching anime and my love for art was rooted from there, but Japan is such a beautiful place. The people there have immense respect to their surroundings, and there is just something magical about the places there. If you haven't been there, I suggest visiting the place at least once in your life. It's life-changing. And next question is, how do you decide what sort of pieces to start on next? I keep a painting list. That's where I list down the artworks I plan to draw, or what I want to draw, people have suggested before, etc. If I'm not working on required paintings for galleries, auctions, or commissions, which happens rarely, I decide my next painting depending on that list or from what I like. Sometimes, spur of the moment, like if I like a certain book or TV show and I wanted to draw the character there, I'll just draw it. Next question is, can you name one piece or a few, if you can narrow it down, that has special meaning to you and why it means so much to you? It's hard. I like a lot of paintings. I think my first, which is Conejos Blancos, it's my first piece that was ever exhibited and bought in a small gallery. And I think it's also one of the first painting the completed painting I uploaded in YouTube back then. I was still working at Malaysia during that time, and I still remember vividly when I was making that piece. So that's memorable. And alright, another piece is Kakomu and Lumina. They are my favorite pieces up to this day. I think they both represent my style very well. And there's one piece, let me try to remember the name. It's a piece I created it for Swoon Gallery Intimacy exhibition. And the instruction of that exhibit was, we attach a sealed letter about, I think it's about the significance of the piece or something we wanted to share. And that during that time I visited my now husband. he was my boyfriend before that time in the US, and I was still working in Malaysia as a designer. And I remember I put in the letter I said that I wish I could work full time as a watercolor artist. Like, finally, I wish I could fulfill that dream of mine, and there's a lot of things holding me back. That's why I titled it "Holding Me Back." So it's the context is like that. So it's an important piece for me. Yeah, that's it. Again, thank you so much for your support, and happy diamond painting.
All right, now you guys didn't honestly think that I would have put this video up and not had just one more thing that I wanted you to do, right? Of course not. That's why you watched the whole video. Well, I do have one more prize, not a whole bunch of prizes, but one more special prize for a person who puts this down in the comments, okay? The word that I want you, well, two words that I want you to put down there are special, and I'll tell you why in a minute. The words are salamat po. Salamat po means thank you in Tagalog. It's SALAMAT space PO. It means thank you. And I want to thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. And to one lucky winner, I will be giving away a sealed copy of Inside Watery Eyes as my gift to you guys to say salamat po. Thank you for being a part of this event with me. All right, till next time, guys. Don't forget to like on your way down there and hit that subscribe button, or think about it at least. All right, see you next time.